Thank you so much. Okay, so we are welcome to another edition of our monthly internal training. I'm sure that we know that this training has always been an engaging one, and it has always been a productive one for each and every one of us. This is an opportunity where we get to learn more about mental health, how they can help the society we belong in, you know, in order to affect life in positive ways. I would like to give due recognition to the governing board of GYMHA for this great work they are doing. It's a pleasure to be intimated with GYMHA. All right, in order not to take much of our time, the first thing we'll usually do is that we reflect on on our on some of the things that we've been engaging with over time. And before I call on maybe a few of us to give a reflection about some of the programs that we've engaged with, how it has helped us personally, or how it has helped the world we belong in. I would like to give a reflection based on the last month newsletter that was released. Last month newsletter that was released. I'm quite sure that some of us don't engage with our newsletter, and this newsletter of ours is a powerful one. It is one that we need all of us to engage with. So I just want to give just a few recap of something I was able to jot down, from the newsletter. I hope you follow me as I read. Mental health issues are increasingly affecting many people across the globe. GYMHA is committed to promoting mental wellness, especially among youth and children, through awareness and education. Then there is one of the ways that we can actually use to improve our mental health awareness. And the first thing that was stated is exercise. Exercise can significantly enhance your mood and mental well-being. The comprehensive guide that is in the newsletter shows you how different types of physical activity can help combat stress and anxiety, improve cognitive function, and boost your overall mood. Additionally, we delve into how our nutrition and diet affect our moods and suggest different ways to eat healthy and cultivate our mental well-being. GYMHA believe in providing you with relevant and useful information that you can incorporate into your day-to-day routines. GYMHA team of mental wellness experts explore the latest research in mental health to bring you the best practices. We hope that this edition will equip you with the necessary tools and insights to tackle any mood-related challenges you may be facing. As always, please feel free to share your feedbacks and suggestions with us. I want to believe that this is motivating, encouraging, inspiring enough to engage with the newsletter. The newsletter is one that is robust. It spans across different issues and how we can make use of this information for our personal selves and then for the community around us. All right, so I would like to call just two or three people, okay, just to give us um, a brief reflection of how GYMHA or this training. Augustine Amos, you're very much welcome. Okay, I let me call on our presenter, our lecturer for today. Coach Mariadas, how are you today?
Hello, and good morning to all of you. I am doing really great. Thank you for asking.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. You're very much welcome today.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, before we delve into today's lecture, Coach, I just want to ask you, how has GYMHA have been impactful to you?
So,
To
one thing
share
that
with
I
us
love
so
about
that we can
Jim,
reflect.
yes, thank you so much for asking. One thing that I admire about Jima is that we are targeting a very special area of people's life, that is a youth aspect. Mental well-being is something that is required at all age group, be it at children, the youth, or the adults. But the youth is who are facing a lot of mental stress these days in terms of the education, the competition that's there in the world. When they have to go to work, there's competition at work. They have to be better. If they want to get married, they have to do certain things to be the most eligible person out there. So there's a lot of pressure. And I think because we are targeting youth, we have found the right audience that we need to be looking for. So I'm very happy for the GYMHA mission, and it has helped me to reach out to more people to talk about mental well-being.
Thank you so much, Coach Mariadas. That's a very good one. And we are happy to get this review from you. All right. Okay. Augustine Amos, are you there now? Would you like to say something? All right. Okay. Let's go to the business of the day. Firstly, I would like to take the profile of our lecturer today, our tutor, in person of Mariadas Shetty. Coach, I hope I got that right.
You got it absolutely right.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay. Mariadas Shetty is a people coach, a trainer. He is an EQ analyst, emotional quotient analyst, a teleperformance from Mumbai, India. As a coach, he helps team leaders, managers, directors to build high performance teams through a series of trainings designed to bring out their best versions. In the last 2 years in his role working as an L&D professional, Coach Mariadas Shetty have trained and coached over 740 plus leaders. He is on a mission to positively impact and transform thousands of lives by the end of December 2023. Coach, that's an impressive profile.
And thank you so much for that warm welcome. I didn't expect all these details coming out right at the start. Thank you. It is very humbling. Uh,
Bro,
there's one thing I would
I'm
like
so
to tell you, Bukola,
okay.
and that is I prefer being called a coachee versus
Kochi,
being
okay,
called a coach.
okay,
And I'll tell you why. You see,
okay.
we all here are still learning so much.
Absolutely.
Even in my profession as a coach, I realized the more I work with my clients, the more I try to help people, every one of those need different strategies. Their needs are different. Some people need professional help, some need personal help, some need emotional help, whereas some need mental help. Now, I have to learn a lot of things, just be able to help them out. And in the process, I become the coachee. And this
Mm,
is what I love to think of myself. So I'm coach by profession, but coachee by passion.
mm. Wow, that is so humble of you, Kochi.
Yes.
That's so humble. I appreciate that. I'm sure that in today's internal training, we have a lot to learn from you on the subject matter, coaching the mind, how to coach our mind,
Yes.
what are the essential factors needed for us to coach the mind. How does coaching the mind helps us to live a mental health, stable lifestyle and helping others. More of this we would love to learn from you, Coach Mariadas. And then I want to welcome you to the floor on behalf of the Governing Council of GYMHA. You're very much welcome. Please take over.
Thank you so much, Bukola. Thank you all for joining, Jude. A very special thank you to you for sending that invite to me. So the first time I got the invite, I was very curious and I so wanted to come because I love your mission. Vivian, Augustine, thank you for joining. Uh, this is the topic that I selected when Jude asked me what I would like to talk about. And I said, let's talk about mental well being, but talk about coaching the mind. And I'll tell you what I mean. But before that, I would like to tell you about a recent incident that happened to me and why I am so passionate in the recent months to talk about mental health. Uh, Bukola, do you have a very good friend at work?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Augustine, Vivian, I presume that's the same with you as well. There's this one young man by the name Hussein. Now, Hussein is early 20s. He was 23 years of age, a very good human being at heart, was going through a lot of mental issues, had suicidal tendencies. He was going through a bad relationship phase. Family life was not at all good. Professionally, we were the only people he used to talk to. He didn't have any friends outside work. Unfortunately, uh, 16th of May recently, um, he committed suicide.
Wow. So sad.
And that shook me to the core because I realized there are so many people like him. There's another person who was a very good friend of mine from my childhood. His name is Raju. Raju was studying really hard to clear his state board exams. And somehow he was very good at sports, but not good at academics. But because of the pressure from the society, because of the shame that came to him and his family for failing in his class exams 3 times, he committed suicide.
Mm.
And I can just imagine what these people would have done if somehow they had coached their mind to not give up. It is easy to give up. The decision to end your life, it's difficult, but it's an easy way out. And this is where I would like to tell you, all of you, and whoever listens to this after, uh, a very important message is, if you're asking God for help, if asking God for strength, God will not give you strength. He will give you a lot of problems. Because when you start working on those problems, at the end of it, when you're out of that phase, you are stronger. When you ask for peace, God doesn't give you peace. Rather, you will see in your life there is a lot of chaos. But once you work through that chaos, you find peace. When you ask God to give you love in your life, it doesn't happen. In fact, you have to start giving love to others to feel that love in your life. And hence, coaching the mind becomes the most important aspect. But what is coaching? Coaching, as per a proper definition, would basically mean bringing out the best in someone by asking a series of critical, thought-provoking questions. And this is one question that I would like to give to all of us who are here. If we have joined GYMHA, if we are working for the global youth to create awareness on mental health, how can we do it better? Because I know for a fact, Jude, Bukola, Vivian, all of us have the answer within us. If you start asking those questions to yourself, you will realize you can be your own coach. You can be your own coachee. So let me tell you, what is the blueprint for well-being? And when I was a kid, my dad, he was for me a hero. I think you as well will agree that for you, your father is a hero. Is it true, Bukola? Right? We have our father figures, uncles, people we look up to. For me, my father was a hero. When he passed away, uh, I was I was broken. I did not know what to do, how to react. But now that I look back at my life, I remember all the things he used to teach me. And there were three key skills he said that I need to remember. Right? And these three things, if you also practice, you will be able to coach your mind and help millions of youth out there to help them work around with mental well-being. And number one is self-talk. What do you understand by self-talk? Now, if you have ever had any friends who are Christians, or anyone who has talked to you about the Bible's point of view of how God created the world. So the Bible says, in the beginning, God created everything out of his imagination and through the word, uses of words. He said, let there be light, and there was light. But the Bible also says that God created all of us, you, me, everyone, in his image. And what does that mean is that we too have the power to create a better world. So how do we do that? Through the power of our words. But remember, and caution for this, your words are either a blessing or a curse. What you speak will either be a blessing for someone or it could stain them for life. I remember when I started working in this company, there were a few people who didn't talk to me nicely. They were rude to me. I know across the world there are a lot of people who bully other students. But the one who gets bullied has to grow up in a very difficult environment. They start feeling low about themselves. Their self-esteem goes down. When someone doesn't appreciate you at work, you see that your performance dips. You are not at your best. However, when someone supports you, shows you that you care, and tells you that you are loved, your performance starts increasing. You are at your best. So self-talk is one of the most important thing that we need to keep in mind. For all those people, I guess Jude, Bukola, I've seen you guys on LinkedIn, and I know a lot of people might be on Instagram as well. Have you ever noticed there's a certain algorithm that works? The more you start looking at a particular content, the algorithm will push that content onto your feed. So every time you log into your LinkedIn or Instagram, it is going to show you the things that you have interacted with. It's the same for your mind. What you keep feeding it is a really important aspect. If you feel yourself compassion, forgiveness, peace, love, it wants more of it. It will start showing you love, compassion, kindness everywhere around you. But if you stick on to grief, hatred, jealousy, just like the algorithm, your mind is going to show you all those things around you. And hence, one of the most important aspects that needs to be taken care of is the second step, which is mindfulness. But what is mindfulness? Now, in this age of AI, which is artificial intelligence, a lot of people are missing out on EI, that is emotional intelligence. How does your body feels? What are you feeling in this moment? Are you feeling happy? Are you sad? While you're eating food, are you focusing on eating the food? Or are you thinking about work? When you're at work, are you thinking about your family? When you're with your family, are you thinking about what you could be doing out with your friends? And if you're out with your friends and you're still thinking about work, that, my dear friends, is not mindfulness. So mindfulness, in a very simple way, is the art and science of being in the moment, experiencing life the way it happens through you in this moment, right? Exactly in this moment. If you're eating, focus on the color of the food, the taste of the food, the texture. How does it feel once the food goes inside you? Is your body happy? Is your soul happy? Does it bring a smile to you? When you say something to your family members about the food, does it make them feel happy? Are they sad about it? So think about all these basic things because these things matter. Now, one of the most important aspect, the third step to attain mental well-being by coaching your mind, I would say is being on a spiritual conquest. Ask yourself this very basic question. Why are we here? What is your purpose? Are we here only to talk about mental well-being? Are we here because we want to make an impact on the world? Are we here just to lead a mediocre life? Unhappy? Dissatisfied? Are we here to reach out to more people, to add value to their life? So when Bukola introduced me right at the start, he said something about me wanting to positively impact and transform at least 1,000 lives by the end of this year. Yes, Bukola, that is very true. That is one of the mission I am on. But let me tell you this beautiful thing. It came to me when I was praying and I was sitting in my room and I said, God, I don't know what I need to do with my life, but I trust you. And whatever it is you want me to do, please put that thought in my mind. And then I started writing with a pen and paper, and this thought came to me. And I've started seeing the presence of God in my life. There are many people who have told me that through me, they hear the word of God. They hear exactly what they wanted to hear through me. They can feel the presence of God by what I talk to them. And I'm sure that a lot of you would also receive the message today. Acceptance, love, and service. Those are the three important aspects that we need to look at. Accepting ourselves the way we are, accepting us with all our faults, all our shortcomings, all the uniqueness, all the creativity, all the greatness that we have inside us. Loving us for who we are, loving others for who they are. And the most important is, how can we be of service to others? If you're only thinking about yourself, your life, I think we've got everything the wrong way. What we need to do is really reach out to more people, help them lead a better life. And that, my friends, if you do, is the blueprint for mental well-being. So to recap, what you do is first start by observing what you are talking to yourself. Your self-talk is the algorithm that your brain picks up. Talk positive to yourself. Talk love, talk kindness, talk compassion. Be mindful of your emotions, how you feel certain things, why you feel it, right? If you're doing something, for example, if you're on this particular call, be here in this moment, right? And the third most important thing is be on a spiritual conquest. Understand the reason you are here, live for a higher purpose, accept, love, and serve. Thank you, Bukola. Thank you, Jude, for inviting me for this. That is all I have to share. Any questions, please?
Wow. Thank you so much, Pochi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, like I was listening to you, and I am just happy listening to you. There's a smile, there's a joy that I feel inside just listening to you. You know, and I'm sure that that is one of the energy, you are sharing out. We've been able to feel that joy within ourselves. We've been able to feel that smile, within ourselves. So I want to say a very big thank you to you for coming to share this message with us. Everything you said resonates with me, and I want to believe it resonates with other people too. I feel so sorry when I was hearing about the 23-year-old who committed suicide, and Raju, who couldn't do well in school, and then the pressure of the society, made him to commit suicide. And that also brought me to one of the experience I've once had. Mine was also like Raju. It's just that I failed my own attempt because at first I thought, okay, since I wasn't doing well in school, then the next option is to end it all because of the shame, because of the condemnation, because of the guilt, and of course, um, I'm happy today that I got help. Okay, and then in reaching out to many people out there, I've actually related with people who are actually going through those trauma out there. And I think that is why GYMHA has come to place that there is more that there's more people that we can actually be of help to. And that is why an internal training like this is being scheduled. And then we are so happy that you responded to our invitation and then you could share this personal story, even of yours, with us. It's a motivation. And I want to say you are also an inspiration. God bless you. All right.
God
So
bless you too, Bukola.
um,
Thank you so
I
much.
also want to make a review shortly to some of our people that are just joining, things that you shared with us. You simply define coaching for us, bringing out the best in someone, through some questions that can, genuine questions that can be asked, with people and then guiding them to walk in the path of life. Then you said something that we can also be our own coach. We can be our coachee. That sounds new to me, and that's so awesome. Then you gave us the blueprint of for mental health well-being. You gave us three key things to remember: self-taught. I was so happy that you could share from the scripture using Bible references, and then you made us to understand that our word, the word we speak to ourselves, to the atmosphere, matters a lot. Also, I feel so happy listening to you that whatever we feed ourselves with is the algorithm that we are actually relating with, and that self-taught is actually very, very important. And of course, I've come to notice that the trauma actually begins with the self-taught, and healing begins with self-taught actually. So we need to pay attention to that. Then also you made mention of mindfulness, which is um, emotional intelligence, the art and science of being in the moment. Of course, I'm going to ask question on that because I observe that it's very difficult, to stay in the moment when you have a lot of things to think about. Perhaps you would just like to share with us, how do we bring ourselves into the moment? Then the third thing that you share with us is be on spiritual conquest, talking from the aspect of the presence of God, and then you highlight some things that we need to pay attention to. Accept all of who we are. That's so fabulous. Accept your shortcomings, accept your uniqueness, Then you made mention of loving ourselves and loving others. Then the third one is we should keep asking ourselves, how can we be of service to others? I think we asking ourselves that question, brings out that, oh, there we have a purpose here on earth. There's something that will bring into the world. We are not just created to just fill up the space. We are here to serve others. So thank you so much, Coach Mariadas. um, these are the review, and I'm sure that other participants of this training have been able to get a summary of that which you have been able to share with us today. Now, I want to give the privilege of people to ask questions. Um, is there anybody in the house? Kiran, Vivian, Professor Jude, anyone with questions?
Well, I have only one thing to ask over here, like just as you did, about just, when we are doing something, how to concentrate, because the only thing which is lacking always is concentration, which I feel we've been facing a lot of things, in day-to-day life. And like now, likewise, we are there in Zoom meeting now, but then we have so many things to do. So we've been thinking about that as well. So the only concentration is the part which is lacking in all of us. I believe that. So how to deal with it? Because I've been, facing the same thing since long. So need solution for it.
Thank you, Key, for
Right.
asking that question. It's an amazing question that you asked. Let us understand uh, what is the most difficult part that happens to you when you're trying to concentrate. If you'd like to say that, what happens to you? What is the difficult part while you want to concentrate?
John, are you
I'm
there?
audible, right? Yeah, okay. Maybe the question was asked and she's asking, expecting answer. No problem. So,
I'm so sorry, I just lost the connection. Yeah, I'm here back. So sorry about
no,
it.
no problem. So, Kia was asking, what is the most difficult part in concentrating?
Well, in that case, concentrating as in if someone is telling me something right now to rely on that, I just be in my own wonderland, and I am there in present, but then mentally I'm somewhere else. So that is one thing which
Yes.
always stops me in doing things. Yeah.
Okay. And when you're in that moment, do you realize that you are maybe trying to listen to someone, but having some other thoughts?
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to listen, but then some thoughts back of the mind is stopping me to do that.
Okay. So, congratulations, by the way, because the first step to being mindful is to be aware of where your thoughts are running.
Hmm.
If you're able to at least look at, oh, this is what I'm thinking, I want to listen to this person, but back of mind, this is what I'm thinking. You are already a step ahead than most others. A
Oh,
lot of people
okay.
don't even realize that. So it's a very good start. You are doing it. Congratulations. Secondly,
Thanks.
just to a quick hack, what you can do is if someone is talking to you, right? Uh, when you're sitting there and trying to listen, and you find yourself that your mind is wandering, maybe ask that person about something that excites you, something that you want to hear about.
Okay.
For example, if you want to talk about this particular topic about being mindful,
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it, you are interested, you are listening. But if I'm talking
Absolutely.
about cricket, which you are not interested in, your mind
Mm-hmm.
is obviously going to win.
That's true. Now I realize.
And it is always good because the point of communication is to listen and share. But if you're not interested in something, there's no point faking it. It's better that we simply be vocal about it and draw our attention, draw the conversation into a direction that we want to maybe look at. One of the other simple tricks for others who are listening is very simple. If someone is trying to talk to you, look at their eyes.
Mm,
Okay.
Just look at the eyes, look at the color, look when they go away, when they tend to look somewhere else, because the eyes are a window to the soul, as they say. You can
Mm-hmm.
just look at someone in their eyes, and although there might be a smile on their face, you can see the sadness in their eyes. It takes a lot of practice, but it will come to you when you start doing it. And just because you're looking at someone in the eye, you are there present in that moment. The person feels that yes, this person is interested in me, is looking at me, and they want to share more. And because they're sharing from their heart now, not saying something filtered, it comes from the heart. It is something you are going to like for sure. Then they're interested in knowing more about you. And that's how you can be in that moment, in that conversation. Mindfulness is much more than this. Mindfulness is all about being in this moment. I find a lot of people who are maybe having food, but they are thinking about something else. When you're having your food, understand your food is what gives you strength. Being mindful about it will really help you to nurture your body. And the same is with your mind as well. Be very mindful of what you are feeding your mind. If you're watching news a lot, which shows the entire world in a very negative image, your mind is going to capture that. Look at good things, look at positivity, look at love, look at kindness, because that's the algorithm that your mind is going to pick up.
Mhm.
Thank you, Kiran, for
Got it.
asking. And obviously, we'll stay in touch. We can talk about this later as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Bukola, any questions?
All right, thank you so much. I think my first question actually have been addressed from the responses you gave to Kiran. If the second question is, how do we bring people to mindfulness, especially when you trauma, when you are dealing with the addicted people to drugs, to, hold up, when they're going through a lot of situation. So how do we bring people to mindfulness when their mind is clouded? I mean, what are the necessary steps that someone can take, to bring them into that um, present moment, that original soft thought that they can actually be better, this.
Thank you so much, Bukola. I've got that question. I've, in fact, written something in the chat as well for the benefit of everyone. When I started on my mindfulness journey, this is what I did. I started writing down. It is easy because there are a million of thoughts going in your mind every 10 minutes. You don't know what to focus on. You don't know how you feel. Simple. Pen and paper, write down. If you're at work and you're doing something, what did you learn? How could you do it better? The moment you start writing down, your mind is focused on the activity you are doing. If you're eating, write about the food. How was the texture? How was the taste? If you're drinking a glass of water, right? How does that water feel? Does it quench your thirst? Right? Does it feel good? Just write it down. Just by writing down certain things, including your emotions. If you had a bad phase in your emotion and you don't know how to vent it out, no problem. In this moment, you don't know what to think about. Where simple, just sit down, write it. How are you feeling? Are you angry? Are you frustrated? Are you feeling good about certain things? Are you happy that there's someone in your life? Are you happy to be alive? Whatever it is, start writing. So, Bukola, my suggestion for someone who wants to get onto the mindfulness journey, start writing.
All right, that's a good one. And before you know it, you will just discover that you have written your first book.
Yes, in fact, I am writing a book about uh, transforming our lives, not only for ourselves, but for the service of others.
Mm, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
I learned it from someone in my life. There was this manager. He was very inspirational. And I think it's my way of showing him that I respect him and I'm grateful for everything he did to me. So it's a work in progress, but soon you will find that book for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. I would like to say, oh, thank you so much. I wouldn't know if Amos and any other person ask questions to ask. Okay. In the absence of no other questions, I would like to take the profile of Coach Mariadas Shetty again. He is a people coach, a trainer, a EQ analyst, teleperformance in Bombay, India. As a coach, he helped team leaders, managers, directors to build high performance teams through a series of trainings designed to bring out their best versions. And the last 2 years, in his role working as an L&D professional, he has trained and coached over 740 leaders. He is on a mission to positively impact, transform thousands of lives by the end of December 2023. Ochi Mariadas Shetty, we are happy to have you on this platform. We appreciate all that you give to the universe. We appreciate your story. We appreciate who you are right now and who you are becoming. And then we believe that the world is blessed to have you. We truly appreciate you. And on behalf
Thank
of
you
the
so
GMAC,
much.
we love you. And then we hope to hear more from you. But before you
Thank
go, we would like you to share with us, because I believe some of us would like to connect with you. We would like you to share your social media handles with us or platforms where we can connect with you.
Sure. I've put it in the chat. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. I have the common handle name across all social media, which is Kochi Mariadas. Right? You can find me there and you can stay connected. And I have to take this opportunity to say thank you to Jude, Bukola, and everyone who's here. It's been an humbling experience. In my final message, I would say each one of us are here for a bigger purpose. Find that purpose, serve others, love others. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. Enjoy the rest of the meeting. Okay. Vivian, are you there? Vivian,
Yes, I'm here.
right. Please, over to you. Update. Happy weekend to you, Vivian. Thanks for all that you do. GYMHA celebrates you big time.
And thank you so much for having me here. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can. So please.
Okay. Thank you so much for the wonderful moderation. And thank you, Kochi, for the great, insightful presentation. I really enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much, Kochi, for the wonderful and brilliant presentation. Once again, thank you. Are highly welcome at GYMHA One Family. Today we're gonna talk about the social media strategy, how we can improve in our different areas in a different platform, and how we can help GYMHA to grow across all social media and across the globe. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Then we
Sure,
talk about,
will do it. I'll
yeah,
be in touch and I help GYMHA and all of us to take it the mission to a bigger platform.
thank you so much. You're welcome once again. Nice connecting with you. Today we talk about the social media strategies. What are the social media strategies are we looking at, and what are the areas we can do a lot of things to promote GYMHA across the globe and across the country? What about the social media strategy? The first strategies we can use to develop to help GYMHA in different areas and our social media posts, because GYMHA have a way of working. We work as a team in GYMHA and we work in different social media. We post as LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the other platform, and Twitter as well. We work in different areas to promote GYMHA. And how can we make all this possible to advance GYMHA across the globe and across all social media? That's what
Amazing,
we're going to talk
amazing,
about today. Yeah.
amazing.
So the,
I do have few contacts, people who are really good with social media. I will put in a word and take, GYMHA to more people. We'll do that for sure.
yeah, thank you so much, sir. The first strategy to talk about is how we can help GYMHA on Facebook. Like in a situation of Facebook posting, like most of us, a lot of the volunteers, we have different ways, different areas we can post in different across social media. But first and foremost, we're gonna talk about the Facebook posting now. And after the Facebook post, we talk about other social media strategies, how can use them to develop and also promote GYMHA. Facebook, we do posting morning, afternoon, night. Posting across social media is the best way to promote your business, to promote your brand, to promote other things you do. Then how can you make this possible for the audience or the viewers, for you to get much in touch with the audience or the viewers across social media? That's what I'm going to talk about now. Then across like Facebook, we normally post in the morning, 7 a.m., 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. in the morning and the night. Then how can we make this possible for us not to be get stressful on a daily basis? Like why posting in the morning? Like many volunteers have given materials, what to post in the morning, what to post in the afternoon, and what to post at the night. Like for example, if a material was given to you to post in the night by 9 p.m. and the material was given to you yesterday for you to post again today. And once you receive the material, you check your convenience time. That's 9 p.m. may not be possible for you to post, or 7 a.m. in the morning may not be possible for you to post. What will you do first? You get in touch with the head of content developer, the person that sends the material to you to post, and let him or her know that please, for this particular time, I won't be available to make this post. Then we can assign another volunteer to make that post on your behalf, to make sure that all our materials are going out accordingly. The next one is that information giving is very, very important, to make sure that we give accurate information to people, our audience, our viewers, and our followers. Then how can we make this possible? For us to give people wrong information across social media. Once a material is given to you to post, what you have to go through it first is the content. If it's the flyer, what attached to it, you go through the flyer first of 4 months to check if there's any mistake in that flyer. Please, once you discover any mistake in the flyer or the content, please, you have 100% right to draw the attention of the sender. Like if I'm the one that sent it to you, you have 100% right to draw my attention and say, Vivian, please, this material given to you to be posted on so time, I think there's a little bit mistake there. Then we can be able to correct it and send it back to you before your posting hour or before your posting day. It's very, very important. That is why we give us the material to post a day before the posting day. Then the next one is that once you look at the content given to you, the first of foremost, the first thing you have to check is the date and time at the flyer or the content. Once you check the time and the that flyer or the content, and you know that you have missed the time given to you to post it, please don't post it without going through the flyer or without going through the content to know or to verify if the time is still valid for you to post it. Like for example, this training we are having now, it has given to someone to post in the morning as a reminder for the volunteers that please do not forget that we have a program coming up by 2 p.m. today, which is this program is coming up, we are doing now. And end of the day, he or she is not online to make that post at that particular moment. And something like around 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the evening, you come online. Please do not post it. Once you have to check first, is to check the date and the time. It's very, very important. Because if you should make the post lately, people might be calling you, sending you messages that the time given to them is no longer valid, it's invalid. Please, that is why it's very, very important for us to check time, date, before making any posts across social media. And the two, it's very, very important that once I'm making a post across social media, please feel free to tag our members because tagging is very, very important. It helps us a lot to monitor the work of volunteers across social media. Because if you should tag people, like if you tag me, tag Professor Jude, tag anybody are comfortable with of tagging. Please, it's very, very important that we tag our members and tag other people from your network you are comfortable with of tagging. You are free to tag them. Then in a situation that are tagging some people that are not happy about it, they may confront you and say, please, I notice you're always tagging me on your post. Please, the post, what is this all about? Please, you have every right to explain to the person what the post is all about. If it is a program coming up, you can tell the person that you are having a program as so organization coming up. So that is the reason why I tag you. So if you might be interested to join the program, he or she might be going through the content and read it and say, oh yes, I have always been hearing about this organization for so long, and I think I have the interest to join them as a team, or I may have the interest to attend the programs. Please feel free and give them the information how to join the team or how to attend the program. It's very, very important. The next one is that if people are making an inquiry while posting and you don't know what to answer them, sometimes, yes, we are all human beings. Sometimes people always get confused on how to respond to messages once it comes to inquiring of a thing. Please feel free to refer the person to me, or you can refer the person to Professor Jude. You can be able to get in touch with the person one-on-one and educate him or her how to join the organization or how to participate in some of our programs. It's very, very important. And tagging also helps individuals, audience, and they do us a lot. Like sometimes, if I want to get information, from social company or social organization, I'll go to my timeline and check the people who tag me from that platform to get information you want. So sometimes people don't even have that much time to go through the link sent to them. They always get information through their timeline because of the tagging. They get the information they want or put it at their block at the calendar on social time. I have a program with social people to attend. See, that's what the tagging is very, very important. And the next one is that while we tag people at when making our posts across all social media, because it helps us a lot to monitor the work of the volunteers. If you don't tag me, if you don't tag Professor Judy, if you don't tag so many of us, we won't know what is going on across your across the social media, because it may encounter some problems there. And end of the day, you say, I had a problem while doing a volunteer work with this organization. They don't even care about me. They don't even care about this. They don't even care about that. Because the information, we didn't got the information. Like sometimes, if I want to get information, what is going on with our volunteers, what doing their volunteer work, I go to the comment section. Like some people do send their this thing to the comment section. Once you go to the comment section, you come across that only of the volunteer is doing so volunteer work with us, is having some issue with social person. What I have to do sometimes, I go to the content, I go to the comment section and get in touch with the person one-on-one. I may collect his phone number or her phone number, and I can call the person to make sure that I resolve the issue amicably. And in a situation that I was not aware of what is going on with the volunteers running the volunteer work, please feel free and get in touch with me, get in touch with Professor Jude, and let us know what is going on once I do the volunteer work with GYMHA. Because the most important thing, what we do is make sure that all the volunteers are very well protected while doing their volunteer work with us. Please, it's very, very important to us. The next one is that if you want to tag people on Facebook, and please, we always make it available to make sure you comment, like, to encourage other people. That is, make inquiry if the material was sent, posted on Facebook, is about our GYMHA school, GYMHA online courses or whatever. Please feel free to make inquiry. Once I'm making inquiry to say, okay, please, how can I get access to this course? How can I enroll for this course? How can I register for this course? Please, the more you're making inquiry for it as a team, we work as a team, like other people, many organizations is doing the same thing. Once you make an inquiry, you have given the audience, the viewers, the followers, the rooms for them to come in and also make their own inquiries. But if you feel reluctant that, if you don't say, okay, I can call her on phone, or I can go get this information for some person. No, you can get the information because you're working with us directly as a volunteer of GYMHA. But the best way for you to encourage our viewers and the audience for you to make inquiries, comment, like, share, and reshare. It's very, very important at GYMHA that we do this thing to help GYMHA. We do it also to make work so easy and fun for us at GYMHA. That's how we work as a team. The next one is that if you want to tag people, like on LinkedIn and like in LinkedIn and the Instagram, please don't use the flyer to tag people, because if you use the flyer to tag, it will cover the material. The tagging will cover the material while tagging people. So what you have to do after making the post, please feel free to use the comment section. Once you click on the comment section on LinkedIn, you will see art, something like symbol of art symbol will be there. Use the art symbol to tag as many acts you want to tag on LinkedIn and the in Instagram. It's very, very important. You can use them, but because some people get the information through the flyer, they may not have that much time to get the information from the content. They go to the flyer and get the information they need. Some people get the information through the content without going to the flyer. So there's different ways. Like many people have reading disorder. Yes, it's true. Many people have this reading disorder. So that is why it's very, very hard before you can see people that read a long content across all social media. They get their information, like those people that have the reading disorder, they can get their information through the flyer and get what they want from there. Like many people who can read from now to tomorrow without even having any problem, they can get their information through the content. After reading the flyer, they still go through the content to know what the content is all about, to go through it. So it's very, very important. And once you are making a post, there's another thing I discovered from our volunteers. I know that so many of them are not familiar with that. Once you want to make a post, if you are finding any difficulties on how to publish on social media, and the material was given to you, there's a lot of link attached to the content given to you. Before you post it, please, if you are not familiar with this, please feel free and add them. Either the picture was the picture given to you, or the flyer or the certificate given to you first, before you can be able to test them, before you can be able to paste the content to it before you make a post, because sometimes some people just paste the content on their Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram without scrolling down to check. Because once you scroll down, without making the post, once you scroll down the content, you will see something like a star box. Click on it to remove those links. What you have to do next is to add the picture attached to it before you make the post. Because if you don't post like that, another material was given to you to post and another information is there, another picture is there. So it will distract the attention of the viewers, audience, and the followers. So it's very, very important that if you're getting confused while you're making your voluntary work with GYMHA on how to post, once you see such thing and you forget to add the material, the flyer or the certificate given to you to post with the content, please get in touch with me. I can direct you on how to remove that link, on how to remove the picture attached to the link. They can be able to replace it with the real picture or the flyer or the certificate given to you to post. Because if you watch the content given, there's a lot of link attached to it. So it's very, very important. We should observe all these things before posting it out. Because any information we post is what people, the audience, the followers will take. So we are doing all these things to avoid giving people wrong information across all the social media. Then the next one is that.
All right, thank you, Vivian. Our time is fast spent. Thank
Oh,
you. So, thank you. Every
so I'm so
participant.
sorry about that. Just give me some minutes to round up. I'm about rounding up. So the next one is when making the post, so it's very, very important we tag people. We follow each other up on social media. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and contribute to help us to grow more. Please, whether I'm giving the material to post or not, please, once you come across the social media, the material was not given to someone else have posted it, please feel free and repost it. It's very, very important that we repost. Sometimes I may not have that time to get the materials from my phone to post. What I have to do sometimes my other phone might be off. I don't have that access to make use of that my phone. What I have to do that when I check people that have posted already, I repost their post. So it's very, very important that to make a repost. It's very, very important. Please, time is important. And the next one is that once the material given to you to post, you know that you are not available at that moment. Please feel free and let me know. It's very, very important. We work according to the time. We work to make sure that all our materials are going out accordingly. We make sure that all the volunteers are well protected while doing their volunteering work with us. Please feel free to tag, share, and reshare. It's very, very important at GYMHA. Then the next one is that.
Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is 20 minutes past 3 from my end. More, it's over an hour now. So sorry I had to cut you short on that. I'm so sorry. Spent beyond the time. Thank you so much. All right, to every one of us who have participated in today's internal training, we want to say a very big thank you to you all. We hope you join us in the next edition of this internal training. Many thanks to Professor Jude and every other governing council, which love you all. Right now, we would like to close the meeting. We wish everyone the best. Professor Jude. The meeting is closed.